Bottom line, we all know the rules, or we should all know the rules. Nothing can replace original consoles, handheld, just original hardware, period. In my opinion, when a new device comes out, that gives you some sort of feeling as the original. I feel like we're giving that original a break. And me, I don't compare, because when I feel these weekly handhelds come out, I feel there's a purpose for it. Maybe they're testing to push the limits, aiming to go past the basics while striving for a lower price tag. Now, that's just the way I feel, But I know the game. Power Kitty just dropped RGB 30, and they knew we went nuts taking advantage of that screen ratio and said, we are Anbernic. We can do way better with that screen. And while they was dropping the RG35XX SP to make a slap at the Retro Pocket Flip, that got discontinued by the way, as for now. They made another slap to Power Kitty with the Anbernic RG In no way, shape, or form I'm comparing. It's just, we should know when competition be playing this hand. And I have to say, be honest, this cube is a easy box of fun. Let's get started. What is going on, you guys? Your boy Famous Kid Video Game Entertainment. And before we go any further, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Click like, subscribing. It's always a big help. First off, I want to say thank you for those who sent your boy some spoos love. I don't know if I even pronounced that name right. Probably didn't. I ain't gonna even lie to you. But thank you, y'all, for sending me the coffee shots out. And it really gives me motivation to try to do research, to try to figure out how to make some of these devices just better, or even just even just learning to try to do the basic stuff so that way it could be easier for you. I am a person that I really have a hard time explaining. I'm not gonna lie to you, I really do. These are just goals. Two handhelds I am trying to go for is the ROG Ally X and the Odin 2. I know the Odin 2 been out for a while, but that's actually one of the ones I really is trying to get. If you guys want to help out or pitch in a couple bucks, whatever, it's up to you, however you want to do it. Maybe go on the site, grab a few things. That'd be a big help. So yeah, I have links in the description. Overall, much appreciate you just chilling. So let's get back. Now I know this console been out for a while, and it's been out for like a couple of weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I think but what I wanted to do, I wanted to show you exactly how the basic setup that I'm doing. This is a basic setup. I have seen other videos, and I have not seen like how they set it up. And I know there could be questions of when you get this thing, how to set it up, and it's super duper easy. I'm just gonna do a few things. I'm gonna set up my card, because my particular handheld did not come with a card, and I did request. I got the one without the card. It did not come with a card. So everything is just, I'm gonna set up a fresh card. I'm gonna use 128 gigs. If you need to get your card, I'm gonna have a link in the description for that. So this is how I'm setting it up. Yep, another thing, I am just opening this thing up. This is a fresh setup. I didn't previously set this thing up and then all of a sudden reset it. I'm setting this up fresh out the box, showing you. So over the top right here, we have the C-type port for your C-type charger, or also the OTG cable, if you want to call it whatever you want to call it. And also it has your slot for your SD card, and it's got a headphone jack all at the top. The bottom doesn't have nothing for so you can hear the speakers. And the side is basically your power and your volume up and down. And on the sides, you got you look like you got your start and select or whatever, and then your home button, Anbernic symbol button, which basically from what I've seen up in the directions, it's for you to change to game mode or Android mode. So just let you know that. So before I do anything, I always go ahead and pop my SD card in the computer and go ahead and format it. But in this case, why I'm doing all that, I just wanted to go ahead and get this all set up. So basically, you just press English without the card, without none of that. You just let it just do its thing. It's going to install all those great emulators, set everything up for you. This is all on the back end only. That's what it's doing. It's doing all your stuff on the back end. So see, as I'm just sitting up there, just prepping my SD card and everything else, because what I'm going to do, my goal is to format the card inside this device. So I did a format on my computer, then I'm going to format it on this device once I get to a desktop of the Android. You don't have to format it FAT32, just format it just normally, unless that, and now if you have a shorter card that's probably like the 32 gigs, whatever that actually is, FAT32, yeah, you could just format it normally. But if you got one of these like 128, 256, the 512, it's fine. You can just format it just normally. I format it as NTFS, and that's just what I do. It's up to you however you want to format it. If you want to go ahead and do the whole thing where you want to do FAT32, that's up to you, but I'm gonna let this device do the formatting after I just format this normally. All right, yep, now you slide that thing in like you just went slaying on a ski trip. Then all of a sudden you're gonna go to the settings, locate that settings, and you're gonna hit that storage, and then right there you're gonna select your SD card. Select your SD card, and then you're gonna hit the three dots at the top of your right hand side, and once you do that, you're gonna hit format. You're gonna format that bad boy and then set yourself up for greatness, because you ready to go ahead and put those games on there. You ready to get down, you ready to set this thing up, because on everything else, all the stuff is done on the back end. So because it has built-in storage, you just setting up your games, you just doing your thing. So we're gonna take this bad boy out, and we're gonna hop on the computer, and then we're gonna add some stuff. You know, in many cases, I usually, or anybody could probably say, set up your Wi-Fi first and go ahead and sign into the Play Store so you can go ahead and get certain apps. In this case, if you notice, I have not said that yet. That's going to be a later choice for you. We'll just keep going. Now back on my PC, now check this out. Now we got these files that's usually be up on Android in this case right here. So I got everything set up, ready to rock. So what I usually want to do, now that's up to you if you want to put names of the name of the ROMs on the root of the SD card. For me, I'm gonna create a folder for everything to be in. That's just what I'm doing. So you can give it like any dumb name. I'm just gonna name something. And when I meant to say the name of the ROMs, I was meaning to say console name. So it's up to you if you want to put the console name folders on the root of the SD card, but I'm going to put all my console name folders inside a specific folder with the BIOS folder on its own. So it's going to be like a bunch of subfolders which have all the ROMs that I want to have. Usually when you have other handhelds, they have it to where you set up and you have all the ROM folders names already laid out for you. In this case, you don't have to do that. You could just go right directly to it. If you want to say GameCube and you just want to put GameCube, that's it. If you want to put Cube Game, that's up to you. If you want to put you want to actually physically type out PlayStation 1 as a folder and put it in there, that's up to you. It's your choice. It could be you could say Geo Neo if you want to, the Path of Neo, which has Neo Geo games. I mean, that's up to you. It's up to you how you have your folder. I'm just gonna name a name for this central folder to have all these subfolders inside, and I'm not gonna do too many consoles up on here. I'm pretty much just gonna be doing a couple of tests of like some of the, like maybe some of the major ones. I might put a couple of smaller ones on here because of course I like to put Super NES and maybe some Sega Genesis maybe, but I'm mostly gonna try to look at some of these little bit higher consoles, somewhat. That's what I'm gonna do. There's a couple of consoles I don't know if I really want to try out, but I might just add one of these. And the two that I know one I'm not gonna try out at all is the Vita, because the Vita in some cases I want to be able to take advantage of the widescreen settings on other devices. I do have it on other devices, like when it comes down to the Razer Edge and stuff like that, but on this one, I'm not going to try it. You can try it if you want to. You can go for it. That's up to you. That's your call. Also, the PS2, I'm thinking about trying out. I'll probably add a couple of games and let's see what happens, but I'm not going to go too serious with the PS2 because I mean I heard like some reviews about that it doesn't play like the full roster of games and stuff. I don't know, but I'm probably going to test out. Maybe at the end of the video I might just show like a little something for the PS2, but other than that, mostly like GameCube, 3DS, I really want to test those out and see how they look. As far as the ROMs and BIOS, I'm not going to show you my setup, but I'm just going to forward that part and can transfer my ROMs to these folders. And if you are looking for ROMs, I cannot tell you, but I'm quite sure you'll be able to find them. And also, I always say this: listen, get some of those hard drives or something like that, or get like other handhelds. You could get other handhelds that has the games already on them. You know, you can take out some of them games, or you can kind of diffuse, you know what I'm saying, just like fix up the library, and then that way you have your own ROM again. Pretty easy. That's just why I look at it, because some of these consoles, especially those plug and plays, has a grip of games. Those one that's I'm not even for sure which one it called, something in Hank or something like that, and they setups be really nice. So I don't know, I support those because I feel that at least you're getting a full set of ROMs, and ROMs, ISOs, games you might, it's just hard to find, hard to get. So those, it's a best way to go. So I went ahead and inserted the SD card, and I also set it up a couple of emulators to see, just to make sure that I was doing correctly on lining up the ROMs with the emulator. So basically, and just like I said, everything I'm pretty much correct about it, but these are all your emulators right here. And of course you could use RetroArch for all your basic stuff if you want to. You could even go up to like PS1 in some cases and use that for your basic stuff. So all you have to do is just click on one of these emulators, and you just line up your games, and everything else is pre-configured for all your stuff. Just look for your games, and like if you wanted to like Redream, if you want to sign in into your account, because I have an account, I haven't signed in on this one. If you want to sign in your account to get like maybe like higher resolution, higher quality, you can. So you can do that if you want to. Now I noticed they used a Sega style T-pad, so I want to know if I can be able to pull off a couple of moves. I don't know if I think it's okay. It's not bad, but it just feels weird because I don't know, maybe it's just something I have to get used to. So I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, like in some cases, maybe I could probably go to settings and calibrate the controller or something, or I'm not sure. I mean, let me see. It seems like I'm trying to do some moves, but I don't know. It's okay. Yeah, okay. So I could do it. It just takes some getting used to. It takes some really getting used to and stuff like that. So I mean, second I'm gonna try the analog and see if that works out a little bit more better for me to do a few moves. This feels right. This definitely feels right. Yeah. I mean, really, yes. When I play Street Fighter games, I usually use the T-pad, but this feels really good. Like I can push out the moves, no problem. Wow, the analog works super good. Now check it out. You can press this back home button right here if you want to get to the main menu, and if you hit that Anbernic symbol, you can go to game mode. So that way, that'll be like a whole full game mode. You don't have to worry about this part. That's if you got all the back end set up. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and dig in and show you how to set up the game mode to find your game for a sec. Now, if you put your stuff on the root of the SD, like your different types of consoles, and you named them right, then I'm quite sure that when you do this whole search thing, it should find all the games for you. But this is the way I'm gonna do it. I mean, I know there's probably tutorials out there to teach you how to do it like better, but if you're just watching this and you just want to know basic, this is what I'm going to teach you. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this Super Nintendo. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to press your select button. You're going to press the select button, and a menu is going to pop up. At this point, you could do touchscreen if you want to, because you could set your emulator. So if you want to set your emulator, you can go ahead and click up on there. Just keep clicking, and then you can go ahead and just set whatever emulator you want at this point. But what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to probably keep it just normal. I'm not going to really worry about that. So that's up to you. Okay, so then you're going to go to your ROM settings. Okay, so remember, see how it's supposed to find it like that, like really easy. Okay, I didn't do that. So I'm just going to erase that, and then I'm gonna press the plus button. I'm gonna go to Android right here, and then I'm going to scroll and look for my folder that I named, or where my ROMs is. I'm gonna go to the SNES folder that I named, and then I'm going to use that check mark, and then I'm going to press select. Okay, then at that, it's just going to say start. I'm just going to push start searching for the ROM. At that moment in time, I'm pretty much cool. Collect, boom, all my stuff is there. Now, as far as like box art and everything else, if you want to go ahead and pop your stuff on a computer and go through a whole nother tutorial and use your do the whole scraping thing, that's up to you. I'm not going to go with that. I'm just wanted to show you the basic stuff. So you see, and it's all pre-configured and just ready to rock, ready to play some games and have some fun. So let's go to another console. Yes, PS Beyond the Beyond, yes, all set up, all my games ready to rock right up on here. Another console. I just want to let y'all know once again that I did not sign in into the Google Play Store. This is all off the strength of this device. So I just wanted to just show y'all. So if you get it and you want to sign in and go ahead and grab you some games, let me know what games you playing on here, because this thing is like totally set up on its own. Yo, don't be afraid to squeeze a little bit of that Citra up on this device, because this thing is playing this thing like, oh my goodness, like I get this thing like mad props, dap, whatever, because I mean, for real. And the fact is that it has that long screen, so it seems like it's like two screens and it's set up like this. Like from the beginning, I really thought that I was like, well, it's not gonna play right, it's gonna have a few little skips. Nah, it's you can actually like push down the menu and you can set up some performance mode. And I haven't even did nothing. You can set up some performance mode to where the fan can keep going or letting it go on its own thing. This is all stock, and this thing is playing really good. I have played some devices and I tried to put on Zelda, and it will show like it will do like a few skips because it's compiling those shaders, but it still compiles the shaders on here, but it's doing it at a much faster pace. This game is totally playable to start to like be playing 3DS. I haven't tested out every game, but as far as like Zelda, yeah, thumbs up. Now I ain't gonna sit there and play no games on the DS. I just wanted to show you the setup on the DS and how they have the bezels and the setup on here. And you can go ahead and mess with the menu if you want to just have it just one screen or something like that, but obviously you know that it's playable. But the fact is, with this like this size screen, it still shows to where it looks like it has two screens. It has that double screen, which is super awesome. And for a small device like this that has so much good power in it, and also have it to where that the resolution looks really crisp, clear, and the colors just pop. Now, judging from the way everything just been playing and how good it's been, I feel that GameCube 64 it's not going to give not a problem at all. I haven't got a chance to really set those up completely yet, but I'm quite sure it's not going to give no problems. But I know that I wasted a time, so in my ending part, I just wanted to just kind of like, let's just see how the PS2 looks just from the beginning, just seeing how it's, just see if it's gonna have. Now, when I first put another game on, it started to slow down a little bit, but I didn't really test it fully. It could have just still been loading, so I'm kind of just wanted to see if it's gonna even play. And this is all just regular stock. I didn't do any changes or anything like that, but it seemed like it's running just fine. I mean, maybe with a couple of little tweaks a little bit like that, I think it shouldn't give like too much of a problem. I don't want to be aiming for this particular console to play PS2 because I have other handhelds that plays PS2 well, but I just want to just see how it looks. And that's up to you if you want to test it out. And if you have got a chance to test it out, please let me know in the comments how it plays, and also that way we can help others if somebody else want to be able to set their PS2 up, or what was the settings you used that made it work really good. So just let me know in the comments, you guys. And with that being said, I am out. If you guys made it this far, truly appreciate it. Thank you. I hope that I was able to give out some tips to help you guys out to get yourself set up with your device, and let's get it going. So all right, you guys, and from gamer to gamer, thanks for watching.